Hi, good evening. Welcome back, and thank you for being a part of our show. It's been a blustery, cold, snowy Tuesday, the 12th. Snow's quickly coming on. Remnants thereof, not so much, but there's a lot to talk about weather-wise. We do have, with the exception of a few flurries, still lingering the snow that's pushed on out and tapered off. We do have high pressure dipping into the area tonight that's going to dip temperatures down into the teens, and you factor in those blustery winds, well, we're talking about wind chills into the single digits. I was already showing a wind chill factor of about 24, 25 degrees upon sitting behind the desk. We were still 10 degrees above that as far as a real temperature is concerned. Oh, we've got a lot to talk about weather-wise thereafter, too. Indeed, a roller coaster of a ride. I think the graph, if you can see behind me over to my shoulder here, or over my shoulder, shows temperatures going back and forth, and up to the 50s will go. And then, of course, you know that we'll have to come back down thereafter. A lot happening in your weather forecast in just a few moments. A lot happening with the Powerball. I don't think there was any question that after it didn't go on Saturday night, that indeed it was going to go to $1.5 billion. It officially did so today. We're still a little more than 24 hours out, which means that it has the potential and the likelihood of climbing to even more than that. Perhaps 1.6, 1.7 $1 billion. It is now, as it was already, but it's an official world record for any lottery ever that you could win with one single ticket purchase. In this instance, for $2. So still 1 in 292 million to 1 the odds, but the odds of somebody winning have to be getting greater and greater. Prior jackpots, I think, was $656 million for the Mega Millions back some time ago in 2012, and then almost $591 million for the Powerball in May of 2013. Both those records simply blown away and far surpassed the cash option. In case you're wondering, on $1.5 billion is $930 million, but don't get too excited. After taxes, if you take the lump sum up front, you're only going to get about half that, so only about $500 million or so for a $2 investment. Somebody's going to win, as they say. Who knows when? The Johnson County Fiscal Court met in regular session last evening. The McGoffin County Public Library Board met earlier this afternoon and adjusted meeting time in lieu of some potentially inclement weather and road conditions. We had a camera at both of those meetings and reports to follow later on the week, I believe beginning as soon as tomorrow. We also had a camera last night at the Paintsville City Council meeting, which was where there was to be the regular session of the Paintsville City Council, the first meeting post-indictment of Mayor Bob Porter. While it was the regular scheduled meeting of the Paintsville City Council, it was postponed. Council members were given notice yesterday afternoon that due to a lack of quorum, the meeting would not be held, and a special session of the Paintsville City Council would be set and called, and it has for next Monday, per my understanding. Council persons were told that due to a lack of quorum, Councilman Sean Thompson out of state on official business and two other council members, unnamed at this point, who could not attend, would result in the lack of quorum, thus a special call meeting set for next week. Last night was to be the first meeting since both Mayor Bob Porter and former Paintsville Utilities Commissioner Larry Harold pled not guilty in federal court just last week following their federal grand jury indictment on theft of government property. Harold also indicted on lying to the FBI per their investigation into Porter. Harold's attorneys have gone on record as saying that they are planning a defense in his name, while the attorneys representing Bob Porter have indicated that they are going to work with prosecutors between now and the trial date to come to some sort of a plea agreement in the case, saying that they expect Porter to take or accept some responsibility for what he considers to be mistakes that he had made while in his capacity as mayor of Paintsville. The trial date is still set for March the 17th, and both Porter and Harold are still free until the trial. I've got some sporting news tonight, sports and highlights, and an award presented to a high school basketball player in the region, a milestone reached in her athletic career, which is still quickly climbing. We'll have all of that and much more when I get back to other headlines. Right now, one that we want to pass along, it is a recall tonight of a children's cough syrup. The manufacturer actually distributes it to several different chains, including at least a couple that have businesses here in the viewing area. Healthcare providing company
Perrigo has issued a voluntary recall this week of 2 of its children's cough syrups. They say there's nothing wrong with the actual syrup itself, but some of the packages contain the dosing cup, the little plastic oral dosing cup that usually sits on top of the bottle, with incorrect markings, and that can result in the child getting an incorrect dose of the medicine. The products were sold as store brands in several different retail stores across the nation in a couple of different flavors. In the grape, which is the box to the left of your screen, you can see that H-E-B and CVS brands were affected. In the cherry flavor, some more familiar names to this part of the country: Rite Aid, Kroger, and Dollar General Store, as well as several others. Sunmark, Top Care, Good Sense, Care One, all have this particular syrup in their branded bottles with an expiration date of the cherry for 3 of 17, an expiration date for the grape to the left of your screen for August of 2017. The recall products are children's grape liquid and children's cherry liquid. And according to the company's press release, they said that use of these products with the affected dosing cup is unlikely to result in any serious side effects, and they haven't had any reports due to overdoses received. But an overdose could cause symptoms including hyperexcitability, rapid eye movements, changes in muscle reflexes, hallucinations, nausea, vomiting, irregular heartbeats, seizures, respiratory depression, and even death. The company is notifying its distributors and customers by verbal and email communication, and consumers with the products should just throw the product out and the dosing device, and you can call the company. That's P-E-R-R-I-G-O, Perrigo, Monday through Friday. Or there's a website set up at mucusrelieffreecall.com.
A lot of ground to cover in sports and your weather as well in just a few moments. Right now, a few announcements per tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar.
Got a couple of lost and founds in the pet category, or some pets in the lost and found category, any way you want to look at it. I ran these 2 adorable little faces yesterday, about 2 puppies, 2 males, sweet and playful, and found at the end of Cripple Creek on 460. So they haven't had anybody call, and now they're not so certain that there might be someone's pets, or they might just, how dogs tend to multiply sometimes. Nevertheless, if they're yours, or if you would like to give them a loving home, they can be picked up at a residence in Cripple Creek. I've got a number for you. Call Tim Howard at 349-1047, 349-1047. So if you're looking for a lost pet, maybe looking for a new one, they've got a couple of pets that have showed up at their house, thinking they might belong to someone, but if not, they're going to hopefully try to find them a home. Now, this one, and I haven't had a chance to call, literally, this just came in, it was in the box, and I hadn't seen it until I got ready for announcements, but this is from a neighbor of mine, apparently. This dog's name is Pudgy. They live in Dixie here in Salyersville, and he's been gone for, I'm going to say a couple of days, so they're hoping that someone might have seen him. I think I have seen him, actually, and I'll call Brittany Arms, who left the message, but yesterday, I think it was, I was coming through Dixie, or maybe the day before, I'm not even for certain, and I remember looking over to Lacey and saying, "Who's little white dog?" And I'm pretty sure this was it. So Brittany, I'll give you a call. If anyone else around the Dixie area has seen Pudgy, let's help her find him. 367-3585 is the number to call, 367-3585, or call me at the house. It's in the book if you've seen Pudgy, and we'll try to get him back home as well. But he is lost in the Dixie area, and we know he's been around because I know I've seen Pudgy in the last day or so, so hopefully we can help them get reunited too. From the McGoffin County School System, specifically North McGoffin Elementary, they will be having their regular session of the North McGoffin Elementary Site-Based Council tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 in the school's conference room. Everyone is welcome to attend this public meeting at North McGoffin, site-based tomorrow, 4:30. A couple of other things tomorrow on our agenda. A reminder that revival starts tomorrow at the Salyersville Trinity Full Gospel Church, 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday. This Saturday and Sunday, they'll start at 6. They're located up Old Burning Fork Road in Salyersville. Everyone is welcome. They hope you'll come out and join them in worship of the Lord. And you're asked and encouraged to get out tomorrow to the next McGoffin County Community Blood Drive. This is going to be in the plaza, the McGoffin Plaza here at the Salyersville IGA, and it's going to be from 1 to 5 tomorrow. Everyone who donates gets a free T-shirt and the quite probability of improving or even saving someone's life by donating a little pint of blood. Quick, easy, painless, simple. Tomorrow, 1 to 5 at the Salyersville IGA Plaza. You can't miss the Kentucky Blood Center Blood Mobile. Don't miss our calendar if you want to know what's going on. And if you have something that you need to let everyone know about, you need to let us know so we can tell them. And remember, you can catch programming the following day of our show on our website at yournewstoday.com. And lastly, in announcements for this evening, I found out today of the passing of 77-year-old Vernon Dyer of Salyersville. He passed away earlier today, I believe at his home. Arrangements are being made at this hour on behalf of the Salyersville Funeral Home and will be announced soon in Mr. Dyer's honor. Once again, 77-year-old Vernon Dyer of Salyersville passed away earlier today. And one last announcement that comes in loving memory of Gusty Helton. Today would have been her birthday, sadly missed by a host of family and friends.
Shelby Valley and East Ridge both shut down the Paintsville Tigers and Lady Tigers in the All-A Classic. We'll get you caught up on those scores and scores from other regular season schedules, as well as an award presented to a McGoffin County Lady Hornet before Saturday night's Belfry Lady Hornet tip-off.
5-6, looking to even up their season on the backs of the Hornets, while McGoffin County was sitting on an even 6-6, looking to climb over Belfry and up the statistical ladder. McGoffin County would have some assistance with some limited play from Jazzy and Leslie Howard, who've both been out with some injury and illness. And even though a bug had kept Jazzy out of some of the last few games, it didn't keep her from being recognized for reaching a major high school career milestone. Early on, after a little ball movement, sophomore Alexis Montgomery to sophomore Allie O'Hare, who works her way inside for two, and off a Belfry three. Jazzy to Leslie, a little jump, and the bottom of the net. And another masterful move by O'Hare. Leslie Howard knows exactly where she's going, to the stripe for a solid three-point play. Jazzy from midcourt to Leslie Howard for a little chip shot worth two, and the girls jump out to a 14-7 lead early, 21-9 with only 1:30 to go in the first quarter, and they don't look back to a 65-42 win over the Lady Pirates. I don't have 1,500 points, but I do have scores and your weather forecast coming right after just a couple of other messages. Stay tuned. A quick 2-minute drill, give or take, getting you caught up on schedules and scores. Johnson Central and the Eagles a win over Belfry last Friday night, 92-73, puts the boys from Central 8-7 on the season. Also puts them over the 1,000.1 mark over the season. That's right, they've managed to amass 1,036 points and counting. They'll be adding to that this coming Thursday. They're hosting Sheldon Clark. Once again, 8-7, 5-1 regional play. They are 2-0 in the district. Turning on over to the Lady Eagles and Coach Darrin Rice. A win 77-32 last night at Prestonsburg puts them at 8-7 as well, and 2-0 in the district. And yes, I had to do a double take because it was the same, boys and girls. I think a little different regional score. Nevertheless, that also puts them at Paintsville this Friday night, just across town. They'll be traveling over to the Paintsville Tigers. The girls from Central, the girls from Paintsville facing off this Friday night. Tip-off set for 7:30. That is, I believe, quickly checking, yes, their first matchup of the season. Going on over to the Montgomery County Hornets, no update for the boys since I talked to you last because they've been off since last Tuesday when they took out South Floyd 66-59. So they had a break, time to rest and regroup. They will be in action at home this Thursday night. They're hosting the boys from Paintsville. So you know that will be an exciting evening of high school basketball and the newly crowned first place finishers, but also the grand champions, grand champion regional dance team of the Montgomery County High School will also be performing what got them the grand champion title at this particular game. So boys from Montgomery County and Paintsville this Thursday night, you'll want to be in the house. Lady Hornets a win on the road, as we showed you a few moments ago, over Belfry, 65-42. And what I didn't tell you is they are on the road this Friday night, traveling to Sheldon Clark. They are 1-1 in district play. Coach Perry and his Cougars 4 wins in a row, with the most recent win over Elliot County, 62-58, and they've only got 4 losses on the season. They're sitting at 11-4, cruising right along, and they're hosting East Carter this Friday night. Now, they've been off since this past Thursday. That's when they won against Elliot County at home, so they've got even some more rest and time to rehabilitate if they needed it on an 11-4 record, looking to make a run throughout the second half of the season. The Lady Cougars are even at 8-8 right now. This is after a win over Estill County this past Saturday night at home. They've got an away game set for this Thursday. Their next contest will be on the road at Lewis County. They're even in the seasonal schedule, if you will, at 8-8. Regional play 5-5. They've got 2 wins, 1 loss in district competition. Now for the Paintsville Tigers. After a 71-60 win over Betsy Lane in round 8 of the boys All-A Classic, they advanced to the semis. They took on Valley. Valley was a 71-51 winner over Pressesburg, and then Valley ended the Tigers' All-A Classic run 90-80 in the semis. Now, let you know, Valley tips against East Ridge, who was a 68-54 winner over Pikeville in the semis in tonight's Boys All-A Classic Championship at 6. So you've got Shelby Valley, the boys from East Ridge, in the All-A Classic Championship tip-off set for once again tonight at 6. As for the boys from Paintsville, that loss to Valley puts them at 4-8, and as I just told you, puts them in Montgomery County this Thursday night. And the Lady Tigers also got shut down in the semis of the All-A Classic. They're all even at 7-7 on the season after the All-A. That is after they had an 80-46 win over Allen Central. They had a 65-12 win over Pieris to advance to the semis in the All-A Classic, but they lost out to the ladies from East Ridge in the semis at 45-54. East Ridge went on to the finals to face Shelby Valley, and they were a 69-29 winner over Betsy Lane. Valley was. So the championship game was between Valley and East Ridge, and Valley came out on top 42-26 for the girls All-A Classic. The Lady Tigers from Paintsville are hosting the Lady Eagles from Central this Friday night. Now to wrap it up with your Licking Valley RECC forecast, I'm at 30 degrees and falling right now. I've got a wind speed right now of about 7. I peaked at 13 a few moments ago. Right now with that 7-degree wind and 30-degree temperature, I've got a wind chill factor of 24, and look for that to continue to fall tonight. We'll see temperatures dip down to a low of 17. You factor in those winds out of the west from 5 to 20 mile per hour gusts at times, it will feel like it's in the single digits if you step out tonight, so just don't. And with the exception of a few flurries still lingering tonight, tomorrow is going to be, well, that didn't last long. Tomorrow is going to be clear and mostly sunny for your Wednesday. And, yeah, that's not a misprint. We'll see 33 degrees for tomorrow's daytime high. Mostly cloudy skies will follow tomorrow night. And then temperatures will fall to about 29 by 8 o'clock. And then they'll go up to about 34 during the overnight Wednesday night. And then they'll climb to 50 on your Thursday with a low of 29. Mostly sunny, mostly clear late on your Thursday. We'll go into Friday, wrapping up this week with showers, 50s, and lows of 32 under mostly cloudy skies. And as for the weekend, can you tell I'm running out of time? My apologies. A chance of rain and snow showers in the morning, and then some showers there after Saturday. Daytime highs 36, nighttime lows 24. A little chance of some showers, a little chance of some snow. And for your Sunday, that little chance of precipitation lingers to about 9 in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and 32.
And that's going to put the wraps on a cold and blustery Tuesday for us. A lot of news tomorrow. The Gulf County Public Library Board, as well as Johnson County Fiscal Court meeting coverage, and a host of other news that I'm off to gather starting bright and early in the a.m. So for now, enjoy your, what we hope will be a warm and cozy evening inside. Remember those furry friends outside as well. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for more of your news today. Good night.